Gentlemen, welcome back, and it's nice to see that Aces of Thunder's marketing department finally got their monthly pay, and we have another update for you. In fact, this actually completes our aircraft list for planes that are coming to Aces of Thunder. The last nation that we needed was Japan, and we now have it. So we're going to be going through their update on Steam as well as the trailer that they just dropped, and then sort of see where that fits in the context of all the information that we already have. Apologies if this is just a voiceover. I don't get a heads up when new information is going to be dropped, and I've got tons of homework, and I'm going to be going home to work all weekend, so I'm not going to be here to make a quality video for you guys. But if you want to see some higher quality Aces of Thunder content and news, you can click the link up at the top or wait until the end of the video where I'm going to have links. Let's get into the update. So as of a few hours to go, both on X and on Instagram, likely on Facebook as well, Aces of Thunder dropped this information. It's the same one on all the platforms. So it's just to remind you, you'll be able to take the pilot's seat in each of these aircraft, enjoy an extremely detailed cockpit, and control the aircraft directly from a first-person perspective in VR. The Japanese Air Force is unimaginable without the carrier-based A6M0 fighter, the most widespread aircraft of the Imperial Navy that was used throughout the entire war, from skirmishes with Chinese pilots and a strike on Pearl Harbor to desperate kamikaze attacks. The islands were defended from American bombing by the J-2M Raiden and Ki-61 Hind fighters, while the D-4Y, not pronouncing that, bombers, with speeds comparable to the Zero, effectively countered the Allied fleet. These are just the aircraft that will be available in Aces of Thunder at release. In subsequent updates, we plan to further expand the game's aircraft. Stay tuned for more news. Now that last sentence should be very exciting for you guys, and the confirmation of this Japanese dive bomber should be pretty exciting, as we actually had no info, not even a single pixel worth of information about the Japanese bomber. I was really betting that it was going to be the B-7A2, considering that in War Thunder Sim's battle rating system, that aircraft is at 4.0, and the D-4Y, which is what they confirmed, is down at 3.0, which would make it statistically the lowest BR aircraft coming to Aces of Thunder when you just look at War Thunder as a comparison. Now that you guys have kind of seen this footage being played in the background, we're going to go through this video and sort of pick it apart. It's 40 seconds long. Before we go in, just know that all of the aircraft that are coming for Japan are the J-2M Raiden, the Ki-61 Hind, the A6M0, and now the D-4, likely the D-4Y3 Co. It's good to note that the variants actually haven't been confirmed in this update, which is the main thing that I was interested in. So we're going to be going strictly based off of camo patterns and information from previous trailers. All three of the fighters mentioned, I already confirmed. However, the B-7A2 was just a poor guess, and we're now getting the D-4Y3. But you can tell just from the camos and kind of infer from the BR ranges that it's going to be the A6M3. Why is this important? Because right now we're sitting in the cockpit of a Ki-61. I'm going to say that this is likely going to be a Ki-61 I-TIE. Now you're flying this thing against P-63. It's clearly going in. And I want you to keep note while we're doing this of how many camos we see for these A6M0. So this specific camo belongs in War Thunder Sim, or just in War Thunder in general, to the A6M3 Mod 22. That's the aircraft I've been flying and doing testing on, try to get as much info for you guys as possible. This is the same camo that we've seen in other trailers. Keep that information in the back of your head. Another Zero firing on a P-51C. This is a Raiden. That's a P-51C. Chasing it down. We've only seen one camo for the P-51C, and now we've seen two camos for the A6M3, likely the Mod 22. This is clearly a white camouflage. And just so you guys know, in War Thunder, the A6M3 Mod 22 only has one camo. It is that weathered green camouflage. Even the A6M3 Mod 22 Co, which comes later in that BR, does not have this camo. It has a straight green camo without the weathered pattern. Find another Ki-61. This again, this camouflage right here still looks like the I-TIE. While we're on the topic of Japanese aircraft, obviously they are naval aircraft. What carrier is this? Because I can't identify it, and it doesn't scream to me Japanese. Keep that in the back of your head here. Just seems like a generic one, another Raiden. And then here we go. Here's the first shot of the D-4Y3. So this thing does have an internal bomb bay that can carry about a 1,000-pound bomb. And then it also has the ability to carry 3 250-kilogram bombs, or 3 500-pound bombs, one within the bomb bay. It's important to note that this aircraft cannot carry a torpedo, so carrier battles here are likely going to be off the table. That's for two reasons, because as of right now, the only American aircraft that can take off from a carrier is the SP-2C4, which can in fact carry a torpedo. However, they have no fighter escorts, so unless you were doing something where the P-63s were taking off from islands nearby, I suppose that's possible, but you can't do any open water midway type stuff. And the fact that this aircraft can't carry a torpedo also makes me think that carrier battles are not a priority in their minds right now. Okay, continuing on. By the way, it does have a backseat gunner. It is actually a decently powerful 13mm machine gun. Okay, continuing on. P-47 D-22RE getting shot by some more Ki-61. Still looking like a TIE. We've only seen one camouflage like that. And this is the other reason why I didn't think this elephant of an aircraft was going to be coming. This cockpit is absolutely dog shit, okay? However, this shot does actually confirm a few things. First, oil can get onto your windscreen, so windscreen effects are going to be in this game. Telescopic scope, also going to be in this game. And the third is that you're going to have bomb fuses, because at this point, this aircraft would not survive. The first guy's dropping his bombs, you're directly behind him. If you have an assault fuse, you're likely blowing up both of these aircraft right here. So bomb fuses are going to be a thing. On to the next, more Raidens, still not able to kill this P-51. I've only seen one camo for the P-51C, like I said before. More information right here about the D4Y3. This is, of course, Pearl Harbor in the background, and it's actually a relatively historical approach to how they went and bombed Pearl Harbor. This is coming from the northwest through the valley. So this could, in fact, be some type of historical mission. The Raiden is finally able to shoot down this P-51C. Moving on, water effects. See that splash effect? It's pretty neat, pretty neat. Not the craziest thing in the world, but pretty cool. And some fog effects going on over this way. This right here is what has me, I think, the most curious, okay? This is very obviously a Zero. Like, extremely obviously, this is a Zero fighter that we're gonna see take off from this carrier. Very white camouflage. And what looks like an American carrier? I sat here and went through the carriers in the game, and this does not look like a blatantly Japanese aircraft carrier to me. I could be very wrong. I don't see a flag. This looks like generic asset number 1 being thrown onto the water. And I want to show you guys what I mean by the camos, okay? So this is the A6M3 Mod 22. Customization, non-standard bicolor camouflage, okay? There is no other options. Okay, you go over here. This is the later model A6M Mod 22 code that I was telling you guys about. Go into customization. This is slightly weathered, still a little bit more clean. No white camouflage. There's none on these A6M5s as you move up. However, it is on the first A6M3. You see the box, you see this, it's more of a cream color, although with the lighting, it can be hard to tell what you're actually looking at. You see the weathering, it matches up perfectly with what's going on the screen. This could be that camouflage. Now, whether that camouflage is being applied to the A6M3 Mod 22, or if it's a completely separate aircraft, or if we're actually dealing with the original A6M3 just with this camouflage applied to it, all of that information is completely unknown and is up to speculation, because I really don't think we're going down here to the A6M2s. I think we're heavily going to be sticking with these A6M3s. And based on the BRs, I would really go with the 4.0, considering we have aircraft up to 4.7 and 5.0 coming to Aces of Thunder. All right, moving on for now. Here we go. Next shot. Now, guys, this really fucks it up for me, okay? Because we are back in the Zero. And what is that thing? Well, if you take a look, it's the A6M3 Mod 22 Co. What the f is going on here, okay? Are they just indecisive and haven't decided which aircraft is coming? Are all 3 coming? Are we now going to get this whole line? That would be the first time we've heard of this as a possibility for aircraft coming to the game. We've only heard that 20 aircraft are coming. This would confirm 22 now. Or, more realistically, are we now taking the camos from these other aircraft and just applying it to the Mod 22, which is the only camoed Zero that we saw in all of the other trailers previously. We didn't see a white camo. We definitely didn't see whatever this is with the white stripe. To me, what I'm seeing in this is that this confirms customization more than it confirms 2 other aircraft coming to the game. So it seems like we're going to have an option for aircraft liveries. Who knows how that's going to look like? It's probably going to be just an unlockable thing. I doubt these are going to be paid. That'd be kind of stupid, especially for a paid game, which is what Aces of Thunder is going to be. All right, and that concludes the trailer. So this is all the information that we've got so far. And it completes our aircraft list for Aces of Thunder. I think the good news is that the B-7A2 isn't coming. That aircraft is a freaking beast. Even with the minimum fuel load that they give it, which is like an hour and 31 minutes, that thing shreds. Can turn on a dime and can outmaneuver 109s, Yaks at their own game. So it's a good thing that Japan isn't getting 4 broken aircraft. They're only getting 3. I say that because Japanese aircraft in War Thunder Sim have a very poor reputation of being extremely easy to fly and extremely easy to get kills in when the aircraft that they verse aren't necessarily the most stable things in the world. But this is a different game, so we can see if the handling is going to be a bit different, although I do doubt that. If you guys want to see some of the other aircraft that are coming to Aces of Thunder, you want to see how good the B-7A2 is, or you just want some more general info, check out all 3 of these videos and the playlist I've got on the screen right now. Thank you all for watching. Again, apologies that this is sort of a lower quality vid, but I hope you still found it helpful. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.